Cliff Maloney from Pennsylvania Chase is with us. Now, Cliff, I'm not trying to put too much pressure on you, but basically the work you're doing and Pennsylvania will determine the future of the species.
Well, thanks, Charlie. No pressure, no reward, right? But look,
Exactly.
I'm out here on the ground in PA. I give you mad props, total respect, Charlie. Just like you, I'm out here chasing ballots. We've got our team of 120 on the ground. And here's where we stand, okay? Democrats, I want to take one step back, Charlie, and explain what exactly happened in 2020 and then showcase where we are today. Okay, we're not outperforming Democrats the way you guys are in Arizona and states like Nevada. Where we are is in 2020, Joe Biden received roughly 2 million mail-in votes. Okay, Donald Trump received roughly 600,000. So let's do the math. Okay, Biden had a 1.4 million vote firewall going into the 2020 election. And we won election day, but we only won it by 1.3 million, right? That's how we ended up losing by 80,000 votes. Well, right now, the Democrats keep changing their talking points. And right now, Harris does have a lead, but her firewall is less than 400,000 at the moment. And so we're tracking these numbers day by day, minute by minute. We are in a great spot, Charlie, but I want to be very clear. We could lose this race to Kamala Harris. And that's not me fear-mongering. That's not me scaring. If people don't get out and vote, you look at the screen right there, 394,000. That's her current lead. So if you think, oh, we always rock election day and, oh, we don't really need to get out. You're in Bucks County, go to the county office right now, do your on-demand mail-in ballot. If you're not in Bucks, make sure if you have a ballot, go to your county office today with the ballot, drop that off. And if not, make a plan to vote on the 5th. Guys, that number, 394,000. That's what we're down by right now in Pennsylvania. So the projections look good based on what we're used to. But this is a new year. It's a new election. Everyone must get off their rear ends and vote. And I'm telling you right now, November 5th comes, we're going to win this thing, but we need everybody on board and all hands on deck.
So let's go through numbers here, Cliff, if that's okay. So the firewall is what again? What is the blue firewall on partisan advantage?
Roughly 390,000 in terms of party returns.
I'm not going to get too high in our own supply here because this is a cope mechanism, the Democrats do. But because of public polling, some of those Dems are voting Republican. Let's just be honest. That's the thing. But let's take the number and let's even round it up. Let's say it's 400,000, okay? Let's say it's a 400,000 voter firewall. Cliff, how many Trump voters do we comfortably need to surge to win with no question this Tuesday? What is our turnout target statewide in Pennsylvania coming in Tuesday?
I believe that if we match 2020, we cannot lose because we've seen such an increase in our mail-in voting, or at least we've kept par when the Democrats haven't. I'm going to throw out a number there, Charlie. I'm going to say we need 2.7 million. Now, you might say that's high. You might say that's low. But this is the whole excuse the Democrats have, is they're telling us now they're going to go from the party that votes early to being the party that votes on election day. But do not discount them, Charlie. These Democrats will do anything they can to win. And so I'd love your feedback on the winning number. But in my mind, if we match our 2020 number and we get ourselves there, plus what we're doing with the mail-in votes and the Democrats dropping off, I think we've got a sound victory.
Yeah, and so again, it's all about turnout. So can you explain to our audience, both in Pennsylvania, outside of Pennsylvania, voting culture on Pennsylvania, and what are the target areas? Where do we just need to see a volcano? And Democrats are going to try to get some of their voters out, which is, tough for them on election day. But where are the hot spots? What are the counties? Where are you putting bodies to be able to do this?
Yeah, sure. So I look at counties. A lot of people think, oh, it's got to be Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. Yes, of course there are ballots there. And of course we're targeting. But let me give you the problem we had in 2020, and then I'll talk specific areas, Charlie. In 2020, the Democrats, of all the ballots that were sent out to Democrats, roughly 87% came back, right? That was their return or reply rate for those that had requested. Republicans were 10 points less than that. We were roughly 77%, depending on how you look at it. And the problem was in 2020, Turning Point Action and groups like Citizens Alliance with PHAs and Early Vote Action, we weren't in these states chasing ballots, right? We were all pushing get out the vote efforts. And I think that's the big change here. and we have to see if we can come to par with what they're doing. So we're in a lot of these different areas. Obviously, Allegheny and Philadelphia counties, the population hubs. We've got Center County, and Charlie, I got to give you credit. One of our candidates in Center County that everybody said had no shot, she's now polling within the margin of error because of the event that you did at Penn State.
Well, thank you.
I want to give you tons of credit for that.
That's
That was
very sweet.
fantastic.
It's not just because of me, but we've worked our tail off. We've done many. We registered tons of voters. We had nearly 4,000 students show up. It was unbelievable. Can you? Is that a state house candidate? Is that a congressional candidate?
Yep, that's a state house. Therese Holland is
great.
now a competitive race, so keep your eye on that. We've got Luzerne County, where we've got 2 competitive races. That county has just flipped to Republican stronghold. You've got Bucks County, you've got Berks County. And look, I don't want to say this like, there are counties that don't matter, but at the end of the day, it's making sure every Republican ballot that has been sent out comes back, right? That is it. And Charlie, I've said this on your show before. We lost in 2020 by 80,000 votes, but 141,000 Republicans requested a mail-in ballot and never sent it back. That is the problem we're solving. And if we can drive all those ballots back, I think we win PA, and I think we win handedly. And I think it's going to come down to exactly that: people turning out on Tuesday to make sure they vote.